Meghan Markle here.
I'm having so much fun. Where are you from, by the way?
I'm from the United States.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes a lot. That's disgusting. I'm very sorry. I have to go. Wait, so where are you from?
I'm from Texas, actually.
Shut the fuck up. Guys, come here. She's from Texas.
No way. Holy shit.
Dude, did you ride a horse to school growing up?
So I'm recording this in Switzerland. I am home now, but I recorded this while I was here. My wife and I took recently a lengthy vacation. We went to Switzerland and we went to France. I'm in Switzerland right now. And what I'm going to tell you, and I swear to God this is true, this is not like political expediency, this is not like searching for something. We have gone as a country from being envied, loved, admired, sought out, to nobody wants to come. Everyone is horrified. Everyone is confused. The number of people you run into who like the awkward pause when you tell them you're from America, and then they're like, I don't understand what's going on. And I'm like, I don't understand what's going on either. Like, it is crazy how it has changed. I've traveled a lot in my life, both for work and personal, outside of the country.
What happened to America is that African Americans have been paying attention, been warning many white Americans, this is what is happening. But all the pain and suffering that African Americans were experiencing, it didn't affect any of these white people, so they didn't care. Meanwhile, the Republicans, okay, let's look at the, couple years ago, you have some Republicans who went to Russia on 4th of July, of all days. On 4th of July, go to Russia to talk to supposedly our enemies, all right? Nobody said anything. And then you have people who consistently voting against their better interests. Obama wanted Obamacare, ACA. They voted against it. I mean, what else can people do? Many of these people, white American, are the problem. They are the problem. This is why foundational African Americans say, we're staying back. This is not our fight. All right, so let's continue.
People traditionally love America. They loved Obama with a passion, and people loved what we stood for and everything we had. And it is crazy. This is the longest trip I've taken since Trump's presidency. It is bonkers. Like, he keeps telling people America is back and America is stronger than ever. We are a laughingstock. We are a ridiculed nation. Nobody wants to come. People say, yeah, I was thinking of visiting, I'm probably going to wait. Or I was thinking of visiting, but my parents say I shouldn't. Or I was thinking of visiting, but I'm really nervous about it. Or I was thinking of visiting, but I don't want to go when Trump is president.
That's right. I agree with these people. Because the moment you step at the airport, they start interrogating you and probably keep you in a room for hours when you just want to go to your hotel and start enjoying your vacation. There's people who's having issues the moment they are at the airport. Why would they want to risk that?
One of these people who thinks Trump is doing a great job and that the world finally respects America again, you're just wrong. You're just factually wrong. We are the laughingstock now of this world. People are like, what happened? What went wrong with you? I don't understand. And I'm always like, I don't know. You're just gonna have to wait this one out. It is crazy. I'm telling you, go to another country, see how many, ask random 10 people, 100 people, what do you think of America right now? And it is just so sad. And I think that people who think that we're respected again across the world just don't travel or just don't know or so brainwashed and so locked in that they don't see it. But it is a shit show. Nobody appreciates us. Nobody wants to be us. The decline is just jarring to people, and it's jarring to me too. It just fucking sucks. So here I am in Switzerland. It's a Zurich, great city. but people don't understand America anymore, and it's hard for me to argue.
One thing American needs to pay attention to is that Israel do not care. Okay, they do not care. Right now, their plan is not working out, and this is their last chance to, or at least, I mean, they will try again, don't get me wrong, but they are at a point where this is it for them because, again, the structure of the political system in the United States, the House, the Senate, the executive, which is Trump, MAGA, judicial, MAGAs. All of the government, federal government, MAGAs, this is their chance. They got them at the palm of the hand. They do not care. They will try everything to get to their goal because they may never get to that point ever again. Keep that in mind. Whoever's in the United States who are qualified to vote, just keep that in mind. This is it for Israel because they've been going at it for a very long time, where all of the branches of the government is at the palm of their hands to manipulate and do their scare tactic and whatnot. This is it for them. So they will try everything. And those who are in power, hey, because Israel doesn't play, it seems like if you make deal with them, even if you do one thing, they're going to go after you again and again and again until they get everything that they want out of you or they eliminate you. So American who's going to vote better pay attention. Whoever is taking money from Israel, they need to be out. And then once they are out, we need to keep an eye on our government. Who's running? All of these that been happening in the United States didn't happen like this. I remember listening to Ed Schultz. Okay, may he rest in peace. He used to be infuriating to see this is the way our government was heading. All right? But anyway, let's continue.
Switzerland, it's a Zurich, great city, but people don't understand America anymore, and it's hard for me to argue.
There is nothing more embarrassing than being in Europe and having to tell people that you're from the United States right now. The amount of people that have asked me where I'm from, and then when I say the US or California, they look at me with so much confusion and almost a level of disgust. Like, how could you be from there? What? It's obviously political and I get it, but it's just so interesting. When I was in Paris, we spoke a little bit of French. I barely speak any French, but I try when I'm ordering. And the guy that was taking our order was like, "Oh, are you Canadian?" And I was like, "No, we're American." And he was like, "Oh, because you actually tried to speak some French and you like put in some effort, so I thought you were Canadian." It's just a little bit of a sad reality. It's a little bit better when I say I'm from California, so I've just started saying that.
There it is.
People realize California is a little bit different than the rest.
Thank you, including New York. I was just saying this in this video. I hope I don't make it two parts because I'm already an hour. I did say that. If you say from New York or California, they will understand because they tend to vote the right way. Reasonable people. Oh, there he is. He just said that.
Rest of the US, but even then, maybe I'll just start saying I'm Canadian. I don't know. Does this happen to anybody else?
Good luck, Canada hating USA. This will not end well for you. You know what? Thank you. I appreciate you posting this because what you've posted is exactly what I abhor. Go look up that word. Oh, wait. All right, good. Okay. It's exactly what I abhor. I abhor a lack of education. I abhor chosen stupidity, right? There's different kinds of problems that go on in many countries. And by the way, it happens in Canada as well. You guys just have 10 times the population, so I feel like statistically, mathematically, I know that's another thing you don't want to talk about, you have a bigger issue. Because ignorance can be taught, right? I can be ignorant of things. I can sit down in a classroom or get a book or watch a YouTube video and I can become enlightened. I can become aware and educated, right? I dare say I can become woke. It's not the point of this TikTok. My problem is people who choose stupidity, right? When you choose ignorance, I use the word stupid purposefully because you with Google available, and the whole world of information at your fingertips, have chosen to remain ignorant, have chosen to allow stereotype and prejudice to drive your thought and your action. You have chosen to believe an individual who has 34 felonies and lies if he's speaking. You've chosen to believe him because he's promised to make you a superhero. Hun, when you choose ignorance, you're stupid. You've chosen stupid, and I have no problems using that terminology to call you, because you have everything available in your wheelhouse to actually get unstupid. And I've used that purposely too, because I think that if I use the kind of language you understand, maybe you'll listen a little bit more. There are incredible people in the United States doing incredible things. They're innovators, they're scientists, they're educators, and you are supporting an individual in an administration who wants to wipe them all out. Who thinks that education is the anti-progress, that education is actually problematic. Why? Because he wants to pull you back to 1952, maybe even 1914. He wants to pull you back to an era in the United States where you don't have power, you don't have control, you have to sit home, shut up, and just listen to what the one newspaper has to say in order to educate you so they can keep you on the same hamster wheel you've been running for all the while. I don't hate people in the United States, hon. But I do really dislike potatoes. And when you choose stupid, well, you're just a vegetable, hon.
Story time of why I felt uncomfortable and unwelcomed in the north of Ireland. I walked in with my husband to the central bar, and I immediately noticed that they had the world news on, rightfully so. There's a lot of crazy things going on in this world, and sure, they want to watch it. I'm a visitor in your country. That is completely your prerogative. You can watch or do what you want. That's fine. I genuinely mean that. But when I walked in, there was a cute little fireplace, and so I asked the gentleman sitting there if that table was open. They then said, yeah, you can sit there. And so my husband and I sat down. The woman behind the bar was so kind. She was very nice, gave us our pints, what have you. Then the gentleman said, are you American? And I said, yes, we're American. And I'm not lying to you when I say it instantly went from, yes, I'm American, to, well, who'd you vote for? And I kind of was just shocked. I'm like, wow, that was very direct. And I said, we're on vacation. We're trying to get away from all of that. We don't really want to talk about it. And I did not know that automatically meant, oh, you're a MAGA crazy Nazi that blah, 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 blah. Like I've been reading in my comments. Had no idea. Now, the other thing people were upset about was the fact that I called it Northern Ireland. I will say this. I did Google. A lot of people are like, can't you just Google search it? I did Google search Cushendall. I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying it wrong too. Sorry. And I read Northern Ireland. And so that's what I said. And again, was not trying to be offensive to anybody. Now, if you're wanting to know what I said that really set them off, I'll tell you. They said, so where are you traveling from here? Fair question. I love bar talk. Yeah, I said, we started in Dublin, we went up to Giant's Causeway, and we just are kind of going to go all the way down until we hit Dublin again to go home. And he goes, oh, okay, so what brought you here? And I told him, I have visited England and Wales and Scotland, and I've visited everywhere in the UK, and so coming up, here's the last spot so I can be able to say that I have been everywhere in the UK. That is the moment when it just went dead silent, and I was met with, you're in Ireland, this is not the UK, we're Irish. And I was like, oh, again, I apologize, very sorry, I did not want to upset or offend. And I even went so far as to let him, I'm like, I'm so sorry about that. And he goes, let me tell you something. And so he continued to tell me why, they are not British, they are not the UK, that they're Irish and how bad the British are. And they even showed me the plaque in the alley about the 1981 hunger strike. And I was very polite and keen to learn about something I don't know. I'm sorry if you find I'm uneducated. Maybe I don't know everything, but possibly that's why I'm there to learn. And I was thrown off guard. I wasn't expecting. People are like, what do you expect? I'm sorry. I guess I did not expect to just be candidly like, well, who'd you vote for? And so everything at that, we went back into the bar after they showed me the plaque of the 1981 hunger strike. And then my husband and I continued just our own drink conversation. And because the news was on and because people tend to drink in pubs, the longer we were there, the more drunk people were getting and the more upset they were getting and the more nasty the comments began to come. And although they may not have been directed directly to me or my husband, it just, in general, remove the politics, the whole bar atmosphere just felt very, very hateful. Just, I had a very low energy. I'm like, wow, it feels not good in here. It does not feel good in here. And to me, I was just thinking, I'm like, okay, I was in the wrong for saying Northern Ireland and that we were in the UK, and I got corrected. And I even went so far as to learn what they wanted to say, hear them out. And the one guy even told him, like, hey, they're on holiday. Let's not go there. And they just couldn't help themselves. That I tagged in my video, I'm sorry, I corrected it. Genuinely didn't know. I apologize. I now know very clearly that you guys are Irish, not a part of the UK. I have no beef with that. Not at all. I genuinely just wanted to go in, enjoy some pints, and if it was a friendly conversation, I will gladly go back and forth. But to bring up any sensitive topic, anything like that, I would have said the same thing. Like, I don't want to talk about that. It's uncomfortable, not because of like directly what's going on. Any sensitive topic, why would you want, especially while drinking, why would you want to talk about something so sensitive with complete strangers while you're a guest in their country?
They're not thinking about
I honestly thought I was doing the polite thing. And I didn't say anything mean or nasty to them. I just simply asked my husband if we paid for our pints already, and he said, yes, we did. And I said, okay,
let's get out of here.
We need to go.
Yep.
Like, just the atmosphere just felt very negative and hateful. So dislike me if you will, call me every name in the book, that's fine. Some of those comments were absolutely diabolical and insane. I can't believe people will take time out of their day to write paragraphs of just hate from one person's video. You guys don't know who I am. It's just, you're generalizing, and that's really unfair and uncool. And
it's the same way dealing with the Rangers, but in the perspective of these other people is that they've been fighting for, I think it has to do with religion. Let me not get into it because it's very controversial. So in a way, American had to experience this. They've been at peace for so long. For some reason, they've been too comfortable of their surrounding and don't care about other people, the pain and suffering of other groups. They never care about it. But hopefully this is a wake-up call. This is why I said, as much as I hate after the election, I was in a state of depression. Literally, I never feel depressed, but it did hit me, and I had to take some time off the internet and whatnot. It's probably somewhere on my community, but because I spoke about it, I'm like a little bit depressed. I'm not gonna be online. And then once I think about it. I thought about it, put one and one together, and I accepted it because once I compare it, if Kamala Harris had won, it would be the same thing as when Obama was in office. It would be a waste of time. They will try to black her and everything that she will try to do. So whatever we are facing now as a country, we had to face it eventually, because if we didn't face it now, it will be put on hold all the time. Hold and hold and hold. Eventually, either my great grandkids will have to face it. So we are here now because the country have been put like in a tug of war. Okay, they will not want to move forward. So we had to face it. We had to. It was a must, or it is a must for us to face it. And especially with social media, people could explain some of the things that they are experiencing overseas and how they're being perceived worldwide. And hopefully that will hit some people when they get in the voting booth to vote the right way. I mean, I've been documenting this for a very long time. They were selling our whatever made America great, our cultures, music, sports. I started talking about golf. What was the abbreviation? PGA. When they were selling it off, I mentioning it. I mentioned in past videos. It was happening slowly. And people were not paying attention. And it was being done right in front of our face. And then Trump literally said what he was going to do. But many people were okay with it because they thought it was going to be another group. And I remember saying, when the deportation started, and I was like, oh my God, many of these people, they're putting them way back. Some of them may never get back on their feet again, because some of them now were just starting, maybe first a generation going to college, starting to buy a house, starting to do things. And Trump just went and wipe it off. Wipe it off. Many of these voters then think of it that way for those people, including themselves, because of colorism they instill in them from their country. And again, I have to give a nod to Dominican Republic. The colorism that's going on over there, this will be the self-destruction over there. Is it finished?
I would like to say that if anybody came to my country, I would never, ever outright just be like demanding answers to sensitive topics. It's just, in my book, it's not polite. So yeah, I do want to just reiterate any apologies. The intention was not to upset or offend anybody. And for all of the people who have been so kind and sent me wonderful messages or left me a sweet comment, thank you. It meant all the world. And no, that one little bar experience did not tarnish what I saw and did, and the people I met were beautiful. I was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time around a lot of drunk people with the world going crazy right now. And so,
and the world that's going crazy because of us, the person we put in place. Okay, because they saw the election were so clear, just like I've been saying, but because of hate within some Americans. Literally, because of hate, we put this guy in. I'm saying we, even though I didn't vote for him, but he represents all of us and make all of us look bad. And people around the world saw it. They saw the destruction he was aiming at. And now everyone around the world is being affected by him. So we need to understand that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not happy she went through what she did, because it was vacation. I don't really feel sorry for her. A time where you probably saved to go on that vacation, and then this is what you experience. I'm sorry about that. But it's a wake-up call for Americans. We need to think of others. You don't just vote based on skin color. Kamala Harris was overqualified for that position. Overqualified. But yet, you put this thing in the White House and turning it into a freaking, I don't know, trash. The White House is not the same anymore.
that's the story.
I think that's it. So the video is done. The link of that video is a YouTube video. It will be in the description. Alright, so there will be a lot of screenshot because I cannot play it properly. But anyway, So I was gonna do, oops, not that. Okay, let me pause this. A lot of things going on. I was gonna do another video or put another tweet. So this will be a video by itself. Let me see, what is this about? Someone share with me a thread. Okay, so there's a couple things going on in the United States. Maybe I'll add this to close it off, but there's a thread I will be doing later on. All right, Tyson Foods is shutting down operation of 2 beef plants, one in Joplin, Illinois, and the other in Igloo Mountain, Utah, due to a cattle shortage. The third plant in Paso, Washington, is looking for a buyer. They will shift processing to other facilities. Joplin alone had 2,500 employees. All right, let's look at where all of these places are. How did they vote for? Paso, Washington. That's Washington State. Okay, county, Franklin County. Where is, okay, let's see. Where is Southern Washington State? Okay, Washington State tend to vote Democrats, unless if I'm mistaken. Let's see. Oh, I didn't ask the question. How did election? Okay, Washington elect result 2024 map. Kamala Harris. Okay, so I was right. They usually vote blue. So this is the casualty of it. Alright, they vote the right way, but that's the casualty of there it is. They vote so pretty much they voted for Kamala Harris. So they are the casualty of MAGAs. Okay, it's looking for a buyer. They will shift processing to other facilities. Joplin alone had 2,500 employees. What was the other plan? Illinois. Yeah, that's definitely they voted Kamala. Let's see. Where did I do it? Washington State, right here. I think they voted for Kamala. Illinois was won by the Democratic candidate Kamala Harris. Another one, okay? Casualty of MAGAs. Okay, what else? What was the other one? It's 3 of them. Washington, Utah. Utah probably voted Republican. All right, let's see here. Let's put it here. Illinois, Utah. Probably MAGA. Oh, they voted Kamala Harris as well, Democratic Party. Very interesting. Donald Trump of the Republican Party has 77,000. No, wait a second. You know what? Let me go and chat GPT. It will give me straight answer. Okay, 2024 president-elect. Oops. Utah voted strongly Republican. Yep. Okay, so the other thing gave me the wrong answer. So they voted for Trump. That's what I said at the beginning. I was surprised. Okay, not surprised. Come on. In the 2024 presidential election, Utah voted strongly Republican. Donald Trump, Republican, 59%. Okay, Kamala Harris, 37%. Let me go back and ask those other question. What was it? Illinois. Let's do Illinois. Oh, that is a giving. It's definitely a Democrat. Okay, it's Democrat. That's where Chicago is. Okay, they voted for Illinois, but it was very close though. Not really close, but you have this amount of people who voted for Trump. Still, all right, but they voted. The point went to Kamala Harris. But anyway, I'm wasting time now. So those plants are closing off. Okay, Joplin, Illinois, even the local news there had it as Joplin. All right, this is the kind of stuff that can ruin a whole town. Yep, apparently it is and already has. In other sense, they've already closed another plant prior to these, and they had 3,400 workers. Thanks, Trump. Although they sound like a horrible company, so it's probably for the better. I feel for the workers. This will likely be over 9,000 people without jobs now. Trump's, yep, it's all him. commercial shipping. Okay, that's an ad. All right, so that is it. My subscribers going lower. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Anyway, so that is it. Thanks for watching.
Vilanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.